ready to bring back some big boy football. And guys, I'm guessing if Auburn wins, he might have a new favorite memory.
That's for sure. I like how he corrected me when we talked to him the other day. I said, you went 2-1 against Alabama. He said, no. Went 3-1 against Alabama. But he didn't play in one of those.
I know,
games.
but he's on the team.
He was on the team.
And that leadership has carried over. As I said, perfect guy. No one else in the world could have done this right now, bringing back that pride for Auburn. And those players believe, I'll tell you that.
No doubt. Gloomy day for this 87th edition. Alabama's won 5 straight in the series at home. And when Auburn is unranked, Alabama usually does not lose to them. But today, anything can happen. Auburn won the toss. Or Alabama won the toss into third. So Auburn's going to get the football first. And the Iron Bowl is underway. At the 7-yard line is Jarquez Hunter. And Jarquez got across the 20 to about the 22. That's where Auburn will start offensively. So it starts with Robbie Ashford. Wasn't the starter at the beginning of the year. And his legs is what really makes him a dangerous threat. And Gary mentioned that the special teams and maybe the extra rusher in this guy to go with the 2 tailbacks could be the difference. Transferred from Oregon. Native of Hoover, Alabama. And Jarquez Hunter in the backfield with him to start things off. And movement right away.
They probably practiced their first play 10 times all week.
That wasn't the way it was supposed to go.
And they blew it. You know, it was a special play. It was in their sequence and a little too much noise. That clap did not penetrate at all, did it?
So the left tackle and Shanker, the tight end, both took off early. And it puts Auburn behind the sticks. Out of 1st and 15.
Are they going to run the same play again?
Looks like it. And it's a quarterback draw. And Ashford gets collared at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to hide from Jaheim Otis.
A year ago, that Auburn front 6, the 4-down linemen and the linebackers controlled the game. And this Alabama front has been challenged. Can you do it this year?
Tank Bigsby in at tailback with Shanker, the tight end, set up as a fullback in the eye. 2nd down at 15. Toss to Bigsby. The lead blockers in front, and Tank gets part of that penalty back. We approach a 3rd down as we take a look at our Papa John's lineups. And John Samuel Shanker setting a school record today. This is his 62nd game in an Auburn uniform.
Amazing.
He was the lead blocker on that last play for Tank Bigsby. And now it's 3rd down and 7. Auburn comes in 37% on their 3rd downs. From the 24. Ashford. Here comes Anderson. He got a piece of the ball, and it flutters to the Alabama sideline.
It did, but it did cross the line of scrimmage, and he was out of the tackle box. So it is not intentional grounding. Not a good series for Auburn. Started out with the illegal procedure. They got behind the chains, and number 31 has come to play. Well, he always comes to play.
He does.
Yeah.
So punting situation on the opening offensive series for Auburn. Kool-Aid McKinstry is back waiting on Chapman's kick. High and over end. McKinstry's got to call a fair catch and takes around the 34-yard line. So Alabama takes over offensively for the first time today, led by the guy we talked about in the open, a Heisman Trophy winner from hurt his shoulder earlier in the season and has missed some time, but top 3 in passing yards and touchdowns in Alabama history. Comes in with over 7,600 yards passing, 72 touchdown passes, including 25 straight games with a touchdown pass. He's been a fun guy to watch. And he lines up with Jahmyr Gibbs in the Alabama backfield on 1st down. JoJo Earl in motion. It is Jahmyr Gibbs off the right side. Gibbs with a big opening and a big run of 13 to open things off. He's missed a couple of games, been nicked up, healthy, and they said we're going to use #1 a lot today.
Yes, we didn't see him in the whole second half, and then he did not play last week against Austin Peay Coats. Bill O'Brien told us he could have played had they needed him. They wanted him to rest one more week, and as Ness said, they said, we're going to feature him.
Latu, the tight end in motion out of the backfield, but throws over the middle, and it's a little too far in front of Jermaine Burton. As we take a look at the Papa John's offense around Bryce Young. Jace McClellan, we'll see a lot of him as well, coming off a career game last week with 156 yards on the ground in that Austin Peay game that Gary just mentioned. So nice to have a 1-2 punch back and healthy with Gibbs and McClellan. Two tight ends set. Robbie Oots and Cameron Latu on 2nd and 10. Gibbs left side, and he pops one off that side as well into the 46 of Auburn. And their defense, they brought him down there. This Auburn defense has played a lot of football together, and Derek Hall, one of our favorite players, he had a monster game last year in the Iron Bowl matchup with Alabama.
The story of the first half was 5 sacks, but -2 yards total rushing. You can see the commitment. Alabama wants to run the ball early here. This is front for Auburn.
McClellan in there now, with Gibbs having picked up big yardage on his carries. This time it's Bryce Young to throw, scanning the field. Now has to run for what he can get. Run out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. Colby Wooden ran him out. Nobody open.
So we